3 actionable steps to start building your dream life today. My name is Beatrice. I'm a lawyer who's been traveling the world alongside my corporate job for the past 7 years. My goal is to help you get more value out of your life and enjoy it more. I'll also be sharing my best travel tips, adventures, and of course, a lot of yummy food. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Start documenting your current life. Keep track of your activities during a week. You can do this very easily in the Notes app on your phone. Just start writing out what you spend each day on. What do you get out of it in the short or long term? Let's take a few examples. Let's say you have a dog coming home from a long day at work and being greeted by your dog. How does that feel? I would say it's a 5 out of 5 because I assume you love your dog, right? Let's say you're at work and you get to join in on a very interesting business lunch, and that's also a 5 out of 5. Let's say someone asks you to work late. How does that make you feel? You're going out with friends, you feel good afterwards, or does it make you feel tired or drained? Identify the patterns of your daily or weekly activities. Which parts of your life that you enjoy and which parts you want to have less of. Understand you can't eliminate all parts of your life that you don't like, but then you have to start looking at the long-term value versus the short-term value. The next step is to identify more of what you enjoy, and you can actually do this at the same time as you're doing step 1. As you're starting to track what you have today and how you feel about it, you're also going to start tracking things that you would like to have. If you go on TikTok, start scrolling, what kind of content do you consume? If you go on Instagram and start scrolling, what's on your explore page? Is it aspirational things that you would like to do more of? What do you follow? What are you already interested in? For me, I love traveling and food, so naturally I gravitate towards getting more of that. Pinterest is also a very good source of inspiration, and you can simply go on there and start saving content that appeals to you in any way. Just make sure that it's easy so you actually get it done. Once you have saved enough content, you can start tracking the patterns of that as well and see, this is in the travel category. I think I would like to travel more. These are a lot of recipes that I'd like to try out. Maybe I want to make more food. It's a lot of wedding content. It can also be family time, gatherings. Make sure to take note of that as well. Make sure to focus on what you actually enjoy rather than what's considered productive by other people. It doesn't have to be productive at all. If you enjoy scrolling TikTok, then just own that you enjoy scrolling TikTok. It could be instead of watching TV or anything really. Own your screen time, make sure that you enjoy it, and also keep track of the content you actually consume on TikTok to make sure that it adds value to your life. Now we arrive at the last step, which is the most important one, and that's when we're actually gonna make room for this new inspiration and fit it into your current life. How do we do this? We only have 24 hours in a day. You devote usually 8 of them to sleep and 8 of them to work. And what do you do with the rest of the hours? Because this is what we have to play with. So we're gonna have to start by cutting out things that don't really add value. You're gonna have to start saying no to things instead of saying yes all the time. Let's say that you want to take a month-long trip to Japan. It requires time and money. You don't really have time to plan. Going to Japan seems complicated. It's far away, expensive. You start making up all these excuses for why you can't do it, and it usually trickles down to either time or money. So you need to start asking yourself how. If it is a time problem, then it is time to start identifying the so-called time thieves, or tidstjuvar as we call it in Swedish. These are things, activities, or people that are taking up too much out of your time with adding little or no value. Do you really need to spend your time on these things? And if time is the issue, just DM me if you want more help with planning a trip to Japan.
I start with this giant full year calendar, which helps me visualize and figure out where I can slot in the trips I want to take. Then step 1, I map out all of the dates where I can maximize my PTO through a weekend or a public holiday.
If money is the problem, there are thousands of videos teaching you how to budget, how to save for your goals, how to make that dream trip achievable. The thing is, if you start treating your free time and your personal goals like it is a work task that someone else is telling you to do, then you are far more likely to actually achieve it. So start treating your own problems as if you're getting paid to solve them, because you are getting paid. It will just take longer and it will come in the form of your own happiness rather than money in your bank account. You are literally paid to be a problem solver. Make sure to use those skills in your private life too. Let's summarize these 3 actionable steps. First, document your week. What do you enjoy and want more of? And what do you not enjoy and want less of? Identify the patterns and keep track of everything. Make sure to do it in a way that is easy and that you actually follow. Step 2 is to get inspired. Go on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, interest and say things that you actually enjoy. And if you're consuming content that's not aspirational for you, then maybe you should start doing a little bit more of that so you actually get inspired. Third step is to actually make room for this in your life. So start saying no and start asking yourself how you're gonna solve the problem instead of just waiting for it to solve itself. Start today, let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching and subscribe to see the next one.